I'm a clinical hypnotist. I'm going to play a deeply psychological game. That means minimizing the resistance of the house guests around me. So easy. I would bring the person I can beat. This is Big Brother. This is a game. I'll have the rest of my wonderful life to be friends with the person that I'm close with. I will explain myself in depth. But no, this is Big Brother. This is a game. I'm going to bring the weakest player with me. End of discussion. Oh, I have watched every single season of Big Brother since I was 10 years old, day one, season one. I have so many favorite players. I couldn't even begin to mention them all, but my absolute favorite, and I think I'm biased because I kind of want to be your best friend. So if you're watching this, hear me out. Nicole Anthony. I love her. She has a heart of gold. She's fun. She was loyal. She just played an amazing game. In mainly her first season, but she did a great time on her All-Star season as well. I think she's awesome and one of my favorite players for sure. See, what's interesting about that is you said make waves to try to flip the vote. I don't think you have to make waves while trying to flip a vote. I think that's the key, right? How can you flip the vote without having to make waves? I'm a clinical hypnotist. I'm going to play a deeply psychological game. That means minimizing the resistance of the house guests around me. So I want things to happen in ways that do not feel like chaos, right? Chaos is bad. Chaos means they look at Brittany and they target me. So I would want to flip the vote, but in a way that feels very seamless, that feels very natural, that doesn't even seem like it was my idea at all, that it just was how it was naturally going to go. Although we'll know that the vote was flipped. Me, I've been watching every single season. You watch on the TV, you sit back and you're like, I could have won that. I've never tried because I've never been to the Big Brother house. Now I am. My strategy is to try as hard as I can to do the best that I can in these comps. And if I find that I'm just winning them one after the other and this is just such a piece of cake, just like it seemed back when I was watching TV at home, then I might cool it and I might start throwing some stuff. There's also the very real possibility that this is a really tough thing to win, in which case I might need to do my best at every competition and see which ones I can win. So I'm going to be adaptable in that way and see how it goes. I think that's interesting. Of course, you always want to get a pulse of where the house is at. But again, it comes back to how can I further my game without, I want people, when I win HOH, I want people to be like, breathe a sigh of relief. Great, Brittany's HOH. This is a fun week. I don't have anything to worry about. I want to keep it lighthearted and non-threatening, right? So that they begin to associate relief with Brittany and power. And so I think we have to see kind of where the house is at. Ideally, I want to target the smartest and the strongest players first. Those are my biggest competition. So if those remain in the game, that's definitely going to be the direction that I'm going to be trying to go. But I think you also have to recognize as HOH, you don't get to decide who leaves. You only get to nominate. And you only get to put up a replacement if there's, if veto is used or if you need to break a tie with the votes. So I think most HOHs vastly overestimate their power. And I kind of want to set things straight a little bit and really recognize what role I play as HOH. I think it's much stronger to recognize what you can gain from everyone remaining in the house as HOH, as opposed to deciding who's leaving. Anyone who's leaving besides me is a win in my book.